Bring him over to that man. Drag him over here. Ah, keep respect. All right, let's trip your veil. Hold your rod. Give it some slack. All right, and turn to the millions of viewers that we have. Hello again, folks. Welcome to another edition of Between the Banks. This week, we're really promoting the badge, backing the blue. That's the focus of this week's show. And Matthew and his dad, Chris, are going to tell us all about it. Stay tuned. Never throw away your luck. Got the first speck on. Folks, we're going to hammer the fish today. Got Matthew and Chris Jeremy on the boat. Stay tuned. It's another Rock'em Sock'em edition of Between the Banks. That was fun, huh, bro? They know what they're doing. Jeremy, you know they can fish. Stay tuned. Get that back off and get you back out here. Between the Banks is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana.
In the faces of our people, you'll see joy and you'll see pride. You'll see lines from years of laughter and from all the tears we've cried. You'll see eyes that shine with wisdom and the love that makes us whole. For within our people's faces, there are glimpses of our soul.
Serving the people of Louisiana since 1934.
Up and down the bayou. That's how we tell you to get from one place to the other. It's a little different, but so are we in Louisiana's Cajun Bayou. And once you get here, you'll understand why our Cajun runs a little deeper. Find a piece of our story on swamp tours, fishing boats, at festivals, attractions, and restaurants. Visit lacajunbayou.com to plan your trip today. Louisiana's Cajun Bayou. Rich, natural, unapologetically Cajun. Just south of New Orleans, where Cajun runs deep.
Folks, everybody gets Between the Banks. Here's how easy it is. Go to your address bar, type in betweenthebanks.com, search, and here you are. The latest videos, services, and products provided by Between the Banks. Check it out, betweenthebanks.com. Everybody gets Between the Banks.
Oh, might have to go to, let's see. I'll get you out, don't worry. Oh, nice. Pull to the right. Oh, yeah, big speck. Bringing him right up to the net. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, we're gonna get back in position to where you can take a good look at this fish. Oh yeah, nice speckled trout here. Nice speckled trout. So folks, meet my other angler. And don't forget what I said earlier. When you have a Jeremy on the boat, you don't teach him anything. These guys know what to do, both him and his son. So, meet Chris Jeremy. He's one of the movers and the shakers of backing the blue. So, and I'm going to tell you all about that, but he's opening up with a nice speckled trout first thing in the morning. Good job, bro.
Thank you.
Good job. When I knew Chris and them had won the trip that we had donated to raise money for the policemen, and I found out it was Chris Jeremy, Ben Griffin over at Griffin's told me, he said, Bob, you're going to enjoy fishing with them. They know what to do. Now, I'm going to tell you who his father-in-law is when we come back, and he's a mover and shaker in Lafourche Parish. So stay tuned. All kind of information coming your way. All right, got one on. Check him out on this court. Bringing him up alongside. Gonna raise him up when you get him close. Raise him up. Ooh, nice speck. Come on towards the net. Good job. Cole, look at that. Did it spit the bait? No, it didn't. I'm telling you, this is a pleasure to fish with these guys, folks. Pleasure. Matthew's just really putting them on him. And look, Matthew's got a reputation for shellacking his family. You know, he goes out there, isn't that true, Matthew? You catch a lot of the fish when y'all are fishing, right?
Yes.
Good job, bro. Matthew, what school do you go to?
Val Charter.
Oh, there you go. Excellent. Okay, minute's still good. We're gonna cast it back out, but before you do, I'm gonna show the folks just how we're rigged. Let me pick this fish up, folks. When I come back, I'm gonna show you just how I got my customers rigged up. Stay tuned. Nice big fish. You got a big one on. Okay, so we're gonna hold that rod tip up a little bit. There you go. Oh, that might be your first red. First red. He's right there. That's okay. He's not giving me any love. He's a big fish. Tighten you up a little bit. Hold on. All right. Now pull him towards you. Oh, it's a shark. It's a shark. Pull him towards you. Keep reeling. See if we can get a shot up on the water here. Big shark. Big shark. Big shark. Check it out. Hold that rod. He's gonna come to the boat. I'm gonna give you a look. But you gotta hang on to it. Okay, pull your rod tip up. There you go. Here it comes. Big shark. That's all we do with them. Nice fish, bruh. Was that a blast or what? You saw
That was a shark.
That's a shark, yeah.
Oh, it was so heavy. I was like,
Yeah. He wouldn't cooperate. Huh? But you see on that leader, if you hold your rod up like that and I can grab it, he'll cut the line off, and that way we don't have to pull him in the boat. And you can only keep so many shark, one per vessel, certain times of the year. So I don't keep them. All right, so I'm going to put another hook on for you. But while we're here, let's do the how. Let's show the folks how we are. Chris, you can go ahead and cast back out, and I'm going to show them. In fact, bring your line up here too, Chris, and I'll show them the two lines that we're working. All right, so I got them on Team Daiwa gear here, folks. I got them on Revos and the Gallus reels, 3000 H's. I got them on a 7-foot medium action Team Daiwa rod. I'm sticking in the parameters of the weight that we can throw. Look at all the bait here. Check it out. Look at all the nervous water and all the bait I got right here. Look back to your right. So you can see the little ripples and all the finger mullet that are here. All right, so back to the rod and reel. I've got two setups. Here you go, Matthew. Stand right there and just hold that rod. Matthew's fishing with 12-pound test Berkley Pro Spec low vis line. That's why you're having a hard time seeing it. Fish don't see it either. I come to a black crane swivel. Then I clip a Comel cork onto my leader, which is 30-pound test, and I also put 1/8 ounce weight. The cork is a Comel cork. It's got 2 BBs in it, and it's weighted. I put all the weight up at the top, then a 1/0 Kahle hook at the end of the leader, 1/0 Kahle hook, and then the minnow just swims all around underneath. So that's my cork line. Then on Chris's line, I got him Carolina rigged. Same setup. I could put him on a cork just by sliding that weight down and clipping the cork there. So what I'm doing is I got the weight all the way up, and there's that 1/0 Kahle hook through the lips of a big goo minnow. Now this one's been hit a few times, so I'm gonna take that off, put fresh bait on his line. So Carolina rig, cork rig, that's what we're working at the spot. Of course, all of this gear you can get over at Tides right in Leeville. Big croissants, great food, complete tackle store, competitively priced. So all the gear I use on TV comes from Tides, comes from Lafourche Parish. So I'm gonna get them baited up, we're gonna throw out. Go by Tides, tell them Captain Bob sent you. The rod and reel combos that we use, you can buy at Tides for $150. Line ready to go. So, sweet deal. Go in there and ask them for the Between the Banks special. Well, I think we got a big spec here. Yeah, nice spec. Got him. All right, how's yours? Yours came up?
It stopped.
Okay, you let it go. That's one thing about the big cockahose gang. They cull the fish. You end up with a small one hitting it, but the bigger ones always take that big bait. So we don't have to worry about measuring fish with and use those big old cockahose. All right, when I come back, I'm going to tell you about what the people in Lafourche Parish did to back the badge, to take care of our policemen that take care of us. So stay tuned when I come back, tell you all about that. Stick with us. All right, folks, I told you I was going to tell you about the backing the badge. Well, Chris is going to tell us about it. So Chris, we donate 3 trips to charity every year, and one of them is, of course, to Lafourche Parish for the backing the badge promotion that you have. Why don't you tell the folks all about it?
Well, it was just an idea that me and my brother came up with, and then we tag team with Dennis Dufresne, and then we got Tad Gaspar, and we got a couple other people. We have a couple of people that volunteered that helped us, and David Gaspar was one of them. He went around and he got the businesses involved, and we had an auction, and by the time we started to the time we finished was like 2 weeks, and we wanted to raise, our goal was 50,000. We ended up raising about 7,000, so we're having it again this year because it's not enough. We need to keep on and raise some more, and if anybody wants to help, my number is 985-665-3553, and give us a call. We need a lot of people that help out. We need our Lafourche Parish Sheriff's officers protected. This is to get them bulletproof vests and more safety equipment that they need and that they have to buy personally, so we want to help them out.
So when you contribute, you get a nice little sign that you can put in your front yard with a rack, and you also get a magnetic
Fish on.
You got a fish on. Reel your line and go ahead and reel yours in, Matthew. Oh yeah,
More than a fish there.
Nice speck or red. But there's all the stuff you get. I'm gonna tell you more about that while we get this fish in. Okay, you gotta go around your dad right
It's
here.
off.
It's off. Came off.
Mhm.
Come step right here, Chris, just in case it hits you again.
Yeah.
All right, so here's
But,
here's all the goodies you get. This will be in my front yard, and like I say, we donated a trip, and I gotta say, what happened was when we donated the trip, they auctioned it off, raised some money. Perry Gisclair, his father-in-law, and that's his grandpa. So he bought the trip for them to come out and go fishing on Between the Banks and televise. So this will be in my front yard, and this will be on the Between the Banks truck. And like Chris says, you gotta back the badge. Backing the blue, backing the badge, helping our officers. We've got some great policemen in our parish, and they do so much for us. So we're doing something for them. So I'm gonna put Chris's number up. It came up on the screen while we were talking. I'm gonna have it at the end of the show, put it on the credit roll, so you can get in touch with us throughout the year, and we'll put you in touch with them if you need the information. But I'm gonna tell you, I proudly back the badge. Between the Banks does, and we're gonna give a fishing trip away every year for this charity right here. So you can always bid on that trip and make some more money, and we're gonna help them make that $50,000. So that's the information I wanted to tell you. Now, Chris, I know we're playing with some smaller fish, although that was a nice one, and we had that big shark kind of spooked them a little bit. I'm gonna probably run to the island. We had lightning and stuff out there this morning, but it looks like it backed off. So we're gonna pack up and maybe head to the island if we don't do anything else here at the spot. Stay tuned. we're definitely catching fish and having a blast. Oh, he's banging it, pulling it down. Oh, got something on here. No telling what it is. And it's running. It is running. Let's see what this could be. Hopefully it's not another big shark. We've been plagued with sharks. My guess needed to go back in. Oh, he's charging the boat. Ought to be coming up here. Let's see what we got here. Take a look, folks. See what we got on the end of the line here. Oh, it's another big shark. Gonna get him up. Coming alongside the boat. There he is. Oh, yeah. We've been plagued with sharks. So I went and bring my guests back in, Chris and Matthew. They had to get in early. I went, oh, broke it off, thank goodness. So we ran back to our spot at the mouth of Bayou Blue, and what's there? Two big sharks schooling around, spooking all the bait and the trout. So we left them, came to the rocks here at Deep Bayou, and what do we find here? A school of pogies and porpoises battling it out with the sharks, trying to hit each other. And we saw the whole thing, watched it. So I was hoping the porpoises chase the sharks away because they don't like them. They will chase them off. But as you can see, they're still here. So we're gonna work our way through them and see what happens. Stay tuned. Shark City. It's Shark Week on Between the Banks. Another shark. I know it's another shark. Yep. Took it off. The sharks have moved back in on us. It's still Shark Week on Between the Banks. Now, how do I know it's shark? I don't even know if y'all can see this that good. But you can see the line frayed. I can feel it right here. And he cut me off way above the swivel. Way above the swivel. Only a shark will do that. So I'm going to retie up. While I do that, let's check out this week's Marina Minute. All the fine businessmen in Lafourche Parish that make your fishing trip complete. You know, Lafourche Parish is rich in boat launches. It starts all the way up on the north end of the parish and goes all the way to the south end, loaded with facilities that make your fishing trip complete. So let's check out a few of the fine businessmen. Renovations, keeps my boat, everything going on my boat. Tides, all my croissants, all my tackle coming from them. Griffins, ice, my unleaded fuel, ethanol free, no water in there, gas. Facebook, more junk from Facebook. I'm still that way, but I'm gonna tell you something about Facebook. Also, Boudreaux's Waterfront Motel. Tie your boat to the bed. I mean, you know, it's a great facility, waterfront motel. So, Facebook. All the people that emailed me about Facebook. Facebook is good. Facebook is this, that, and the other. Well, I went ahead and joined Facebook. So I'm learning all about Facebook. I'm going to different sites and I can see just what they do, you know, and what they have to say and things like that. So I still haven't gotten really good at Facebook, and the verdict is still out as far as I'm concerned. But at any rate, I am on Facebook, but don't Facebook me because I don't think I'm going to be on it very long. So anyway, long story short, here's the Marina Minute, and I'm going to follow it with the map and show you these two spots that you can come to even when the thunder boomers are out here, like they were this morning. So here's the Marina Minute, and I'm going to follow it with the map. Boudreaux's Waterfront Motel. Dock your boat at the end of the pier right under your room. Set up your grill. Got your own fish cleaning station, your own ramp. And for big groups, enjoy the sunset at the Boudreaux House. Boudreaux's in Leeville.
Griffin's Marina and Ice has bag, block, and blown ice for whatever size boat. Both dockside and roadside ethanol-free fuel, convenience store, breakfast, crispy chicken, all conveniently located in downtown Leeville.
Renovations is your complete marine center for sales, parts, and service. Pathfinder, War Eagle boats, Minn Kota Motor Guide trolling motors, Power Pole and Minn Kota anchoring systems, pumps, trailer parts. Renovations will keep you on the water. I'm fishing the trench here at the rocks off the north corner of the L-shaped rocks. So I'm sitting in 5'3", casting into about 7 in those 2 trenches that I always show when I fish the rocks. Okay, so let's go pages. Let's go map. Enter. Okay, so here's going to give you a good look at all of the places that I like to fish when I fish the deep bayou area. So I'm going to zoom in. All right, so you can see how Bayou Kerr makes an L shape, and you can see my trails going out to Philo Bruce. But what I like to do is I like to fish Grand Bayou Blue and also the rocks. I'm sitting at the rocks right now, and that's the spot where I'm at now. Now, as far as Grand Bayou Blue goes, let me back out a little bit here. Okay, so you can see my spot at Grand Bayou Blue. Here's Little Lake, and then you can see the L-shaped portion of Grand Bayou Blue. Oh, did I have a shark just hit my cork line? Yep, he's on my cork line. But anyway, back to the map. You can see my spot right here. That's where we started out when I was with my customers, Chris and his son Matthew, fishing this underwater point here off of Grand Bayou Blue. Really, really good spot. So that was the spot that we were at earlier, and here we are at the rocks. So between the rocks and Grand Bayou Blue, when the thunder showers come and you can't get out here in open water, you can always come here. What I wanted to specifically point out, and I'll do it by zooming again, notice on Bayou Blue right here, notice this underwater point here. It goes way out to the light stanchion. Let me make that, and you can see it. Check it out. See that? All this is underwater. All this is underwater. Makes a really good place to fish, especially on the incoming tide. That water hits that underwater point, rolls over it, creates nervous water, all kind of bait like you saw earlier in the show. Just really lights this spot up during the summertime. So 2 really good spots to fish inside. When I say inside, intermediate waters before you head outside, and a place where you can dodge the thunder showers when they're around. And you can also set up your umbrella, your top, your bimini top, and you can get out of the heat of the day. All right, so there's the map feature brought to you by the great folks at Lowrance. All right, so when I pitched it to Marina Minute, I was about to tie on again. The sharks continue to plague us. But I wanted to show you a neat thing that you can do when it takes to retying stuff. Whenever I'm out filming, I don't ever want to have to make up a leader or anything like that. I want to be able to quick tie. If I break off, I want to tie on right away and get my customer back in the water. So here's a little trick that you can do. Now, this is just pipe insulation. Check it out. It's just pipe insulation. And what I do is I take that pipe insulation, and I attach all of my lines. Here's a cork rig with a DOA shrimp tied on. You can see all of my shock leaders right here, the hook, the weight, the swivel. I just wrap them around here and stick them. And then also lures that I'm throwing, I can stick on here. There's a backup she-dog. And on the inside of it, I have a little weight. This is for a red snapper, a hook out tool that you can see the end of it has the circular. If I get a fish on that really is gut hooked, or if I'm mangrove snapper or fishing off the coast and I want to take the hook out without killing the fish, this is a tool that you can do it with. And I just run it through the pipe insulation. And that way I've got all of my baits in one spot here, and it fits like a glove right here up on the dash. When I'm running, this will stay here and it won't fly out of the boat. So that's where I hook up all my leaders and stuff, to where when I get cut off by a shark or whatever, all I gotta do is pull the hook and just get a leader out. And it's a piece of cake. Check it out. Get that one out the way. But I just unwrap, and there's my next leader. Put it over here. Pick that up, and now I've got it already made. A leader, shock leader already prepared with the weight, with the swivel, and with the hook on it. So it makes life a lot easier than having to tie a hook on the line. And you know, I've gotten old, and I know y'all see me when I'm holding the net and the net shaking and everything else. My right hand really shakes. Not because I have Alzheimer's or anything, but because of the medicine that I take to stay healthy, keep alive. So when you see my hand shaking, now you know why. And that's another reason why I make up my leaders ahead of time. Well, folks, there you have it. Another edition of Between the Banks. This week, don't forget, we support our law enforcement. We remember the fallen heroes. We remember their lives. We will never forget. Honor their sacrifice. So, when we come around with the Lafourche Parish, support our law enforcement, Chris and them. We put their number up on the screen. Definitely need to get involved in this. This is a good support that we need to give our law enforcement. Believe me, if ever you dial 911, you're gonna know that these guys are on their way to help you, no matter what's going on. So give them our support. Support our law enforcement here in Lafourche Parish.